Let's talk about lighting now. I think the lighting is an extremely important element to the process as well. The more you can, again, standardize your lighting and know what to expect, I think the better off you'll be. This particular light here is a fluorescent tube light. It has two different tubes in it, and I've become accustomed to that over the years because it gives me a chance to put one cool and one warm tube in there and come up with a little better light color correction. When I'm doing color illustration, it really helps instead of having it develop under one light and you take it to your client and it's completely different. So I've grown accustomed again to that fluorescent light. It isn't quite as directional, but one thing I want you to take into consideration when you're using a light is that you keep it at somewhat of a 45-degree angle, and if you're right-handed like I am, you would want to be able to have it not only at that 45 but maybe 16 to 24 inches away from your work. If you have your light on the other side, it causes you to draw in a shadow, and that is very difficult when you're trying to see where the point of your pencil is or actually see your drawing. If you have a very heavy shadow, it's going to really hamper your style. So it's good to get it on this side, shine it into your work or into your hand, and that way you'll always have a clear idea where you're making contact with the paper. Now there are other kinds. Some of you won't be as fortunate to have one of these with an adjustable arm. It's really great because then you can go ahead and adjust it at will. Some of you are going to be drawing with a light in the ceiling, like happens so often, but I really suggest that you position yourself so that that light on the ceiling isn't bouncing off of this very reflective media, this graphite media, and coming right back up in your eyes. It will keep you from being able to really have an accurate view of the value that you've created. You'll see something that may be totally different, and it becomes a great distraction too. So if you're a kitchen table artist, try to position yourself so that the light is not directly in front of you shining down. It would be best if it's off to your left side if you're right-handed and off to your right side if you're left-handed, so that it at least tries to shine into your hand. Now there are other adjustable lamps. There's an incandescent bulb one, and I'll take just a moment to show you that as well. Okay, let's take a look at our adjustable arm lamp with an incandescent bulb this time. With an incandescent bulb, it has a tendency to be a little more red. It isn't as close to daylight, and yet there is a bulb that you can use, I think, that really helps. There's probably some other brands that might have somewhat of an equivalent, but I like the GE Reveal bulbs. I don't want to have something that's terribly bright. I have tried the 100-watt bulbs. It makes the lamp very hot, first of all, and next of all, I think it's a little more light than what you actually need. You want to be careful that you have enough light, but if you get yourself in a position where you're actually shining this right down on your work like this, it adds a glare and actually, again, takes away your ability to really view your drawing in the proper way. You may not again see some values or some of the detail because it is just flooded with light. You'd think it'd be an advantage, but I think it's much better to be able to take this, put it at a 45-degree angle again, and have it anywhere from 16 inches to 24 inches away from your paper. Make sure again that you shine it as much as you can from, if you're right-handed, from the left side, so that it's shining in towards your pencil and in towards your hand, and not this way where it's creating a shadow. This shadow is really distracting. So same situation. Again, you may not have any one of these. Do the best you can with what you have, and I think lighting can be a real advantage and yet be a problem if we're not careful.